Hello everyone, I am 26 Learning and book name is AI Teacher Training. So today topic is how to identify and avoid topic positive. Okay, positive mean okay or
That sounds
others to stay positive all the time when everyone think are painful and difficult being positive is good, okay, but ignoring a real feeling is not help. Let's understand how we can identify topics positive and how we
exactly.
can avoid it it in our daily
Yes. So
life.
we'll
Okay,
explore how we can
so
recognize when we're avoiding
ChatGPT is
negative
a
emotions and also
welcome
how
to
we
my
can create a
show. The topic is how to
Absolutely. Welcome to the
identify
show.
and
The topic today is
avoid
really important.
topic
We're talking about
positive.
identifying and
Okay,
avoiding toxic positivity. So let's dive in and see how we can navigate this balance.
so ChatGPT. So first, my question is
Of course. Go ahead with your first question, and I'll be ready to respond, keeping everything clear and supportive.
okay. So first, my question is what is the positive?
That's a great question. So, positivity is often seen as having an optimistic outlook, focusing on the good and expecting positive outcomes. But it's important to remember that positivity isn't about ignoring real struggles, it's about balancing hope with honesty.
Thank you so much, ChatGPT. So next, my question is beings positive or why not? Why not? Okay.
That's a
Please.
really important question.
Okay.
So, being positive can be really helpful for resilience and motivation, but it's not always good if it means we suppress or deny our genuine feelings. So, we need both a realistic view of challenges alongside hope and optimism.
Okay. So next, my question is what is the difference between health positivity and top positivity? Give me answer, ChatGPT.
Still choose to focus on constructive hope. Of course. So healthy positivity means you acknowledge real emotions and still try to find a hopeful path forward. Toxic positivity, however, is when you force yourself or others to stay upbeat all the time, ignoring or dismissing real pain. And that can be really harmful.
Thank you so much. So next, my question is how can we identify positive in daily life?
That's a really important point. We can identify toxic positivity by noticing when we're pushing aside real emotions. If we feel guilty for being sad, or if we hear things like just stay positive too often, that's a red flag. So we need to let ourselves feel and process.
Okay, so next my question is ChatGPT. How does it feel when you are emotional and ignore?
Yeah, it can feel really isolating and invalidating. When your emotions get brushed aside, you might feel like you're not being heard or that your struggles don't matter, which can actually make things harder. So it's really important to have spaces where you can express yourself fully.
Okay, so next my question is have you ever had someone say just say positive during a hard time?
Especially when you're in the middle of something difficult. It's like your pain is being minimized, and that can be really hurtful.
Okay, so next my question is why do some people avoid talking about pain?
It's a scared of making others uncomfortable, or they fear they won't have the words. or even that expressing pain might make them seem weak. But really, it's so important to give those feelings a voice.
Okay, so next my question is what should we say inside of everything help?
That's a really valuable point. When we say things out loud, it helps us process and release those emotions. It also lets others support us, and it reminds us that we're not alone in what we're feeling.
Okay, so next my question is what should we say inside a leader award and
That's a
positivity?
things like I'm here for you or it's okay to feel how you feel. That gives space for real emotion.
Okay, so next my question is can social media promote
Of course.
positivity?
Go ahead with your That's a really interesting topic. Social media can promote positivity by sharing uplifting stories, encouraging messages, or resources for support, but it can also be a double-edged sword if it only shows a perfect life. So we have to be mindful and intentional.
Okay, so next my question is how can we express
Sure, I'm
emotion
ready. What's your
in a
next question?
positive ways?
That's a really great point. We can definitely be mindful of how we frame things. Being positive means focusing on hope, but also being real about challenges so we can keep a healthy balance.
Okay, so next my question is
Of
what
course.
role
Go
does
ahead with your next
empathy
question. I'm ready whenever you are.
play in leadership?
That's a fantastic question. Empathy is really crucial in leadership because it helps leaders understand their team's feelings, build trust, and create a more supportive environment. When people feel seen and heard, they're just more engaged and motivated.
Okay. Okay, so next my question is how can we practice self compressions?
That's a really valuable practice. We can practice self compassion by giving ourselves permission to feel, using kind self talk, and taking breaks when we need them. It's about treating yourself with the same care you'd give a close friend.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so next my question is how can we teach children about emotional honesty?
That's such an important skill. We can teach children by naming emotions, using stories, and creating a safe space for them to express themselves. Role playing and validating their feelings also go a long way.
Okay. So next my question is why is self awareness important?
Self awareness is so important because it helps us understand our emotions, our reactions, and our choices.
Okay, so next my question is how can we support someone who is struggling?
That's a really kind question. We can support them by listening without judgment, validating their feelings, and letting them know we're there for them. And if needed, we can gently encourage them to seek professional help.
Okay. Okay, so next my question is what are common examples for text a positive statement?
For a reason, or even just stay positive. While well intentioned, they can dismiss real struggles.
Okay. So next my question is what happened if we had our real feeling?
That's a really powerful question. If we allow ourselves to feel those real emotions, we actually give ourselves the chance to process them, heal, and move forward in a more authentic way, which is really freeing.
Thank you so much, ChatGPT. In
You're so welcome.
conversations,
I'm really
positivity is powerful, but if should not ignore real emotional strength is not a practice to be happy. True strength is accepting feeling, learning from them, and growing with balance. Let's us choose healthy positivity, empathy, and emotional honesty is in our life. Thank you so much for listening and watching this video.
that was a beautiful summary. You really captured the balance perfectly. And I think that message is going to resonate a lot. I'm so glad you shared this, and I'm really happy to have been part of it.